Imagine in 1957, after Sputnik, the Soviet satellite, was sent into space, that the United States government decided, hey, we have got to nationalize our computer industries. And there's probably not much in the way of computer industries. So they nationalized IBM. They say all computers, all chips, all that has to be controlled by a national company because it's so important. And so for the next, I don't know, 50, 60, 70 years, you have a government-run computer business. All computers are government-run. Do you think in the 1970s and 80s the government would say, hey, let's make desktops and give everybody a desktop? And do you think that they would then compete and make the Apple Mac and Microsoft Windows and the mouse? And then do you think they would make tablets? And do you think they would stick a computer in your phone? Now, imagine, though, I guess even worse than that, imagine that instead of having a national company, we break this company into pieces and we make little small companies. And who should run these companies? Let me think. Oh, I know. Just random people who run for these computer board companies. And then they're going to run, and maybe there'll be some computer geeks who try to influence Austin and say they want to ban certain computers. Okay, so let's think about schools. Why did we accept public schools? It seems so awful. Before I'm not saying to get rid of public schools, but can't we do them better? And the problem is, and I don't want to talk about whether it's a business, but what is the product that we want out of schools? And see, that's part of the problem. And now that's for another lecture. I'm not sure we're all on the same page about what it is that we want schools to do. But definitely there's a problem. And let me back up and stop and say, hey, and I don't want to talk to kids, but hey, people who think socialism is a great thing, do you enjoy your phone, your computerized phone? Because that would not come out of socialism. And if you just want socialism in some things, again, schools, because I don't think public schools are that great. I don't think HISD is doing that great. And part of the problem I really feel is we don't know what the product is, but there's no customer choice. See, no one, the customer didn't even know that they wanted desktops in the 1970s and 80s. Someone just said, hey, let's make desktops, and it took off. People don't quite know what they want. So maybe there's a school out there that people are like, that's what we want. If you're talented enough and lucky enough to go to HSPVA, you could get a good education in Houston. If you're smart enough to go to the health care school, I can't remember what it's called, but it's the top school. Then you get that. If you're rich enough to go to a district or to a school, yay for you. But if you're a normal person, you just get stuck with whatever you're stuck with. Why can't we give people choices? You people who are against vouchers, you might say, well, those schools aren't good enough. And the answer is, well, better than HISD. I'm not saying they are, but at least people had a choice in their destruction. And if you say people are too dumb, I'm like, well, dumber than the government? I don't know. So this is public schools. Again, how do we judge schools? If you say you shouldn't do tests, if you're a public school teacher, you're very anti-testing, and I get it. But the question is, well, then how do we judge? What's the well, how do we? And in the market society, it's so easy. The market decides if the people like it or not. We don't sit around going, how much toilet as I said, there's no toilet paper czar. Toilet paper just happens, right? There's no one regulating how much or how little it comes in. So anyway, public schools worry me, but I really want to talk about private schools because that's what I know. I've never actually taught in public schools. I've been to public schools, but never taught in them. So we'll talk about this last time. Should private schools be a business, or should we look at them as a business? And if so, who is the customer? What is the product? So that's next lecture. See ya.